day is slowing down. Soft light rests over the water. The air is easy and calm. Nothing needs to happen right now. Nothing is urgent. A quiet shoreline stretches out in front of you. Gentle waves move in and out, steady and unhurried. The sky is beginning to change, brushing soft color across the horizon. You are safe here. Let your body begin to settle. Notice how the simple act of being still feels different from the rest of the day. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to rest. The sounds around you are soft and distant. A slow hush of water. Maybe the faint call of a bird, far away. Everything blends together into a calm, steady background. The hammock is here, waiting. The fabric is smooth and supportive. It moves just a little in the air, a gentle sway that feels natural and kind. When you picture yourself in this place, you are already beginning to relax. As you ease into the hammock, imagine your weight sinking down, held without effort. The ropes are firm and steady. They know how to carry you. You do not have to hold yourself up anymore. The light in the sky is softening. Golden tones begin to stretch over the sea. A quiet glow brushes the surface of the water, like a path leading out into the distance. Everything looks slow, almost sleepy. Here, you do not need to plan or remember anything. Not the day behind you, not the day ahead. This moment is small and gentle, and that is enough. Feel how the air rests against your skin. It has the warmth of the day, but the edge of evening is starting to arrive. A soft breeze passes over you, cool and light. It carries away a little more tension each time it moves. With each easy breath, the body loosens. Shoulders soften. Hands and fingers let go of any tightness they were holding. Even the small muscles around the eyes begin to release. The hammock responds to every breath. As the chest rises, there is the faintest lift. As the breath leaves, you sink back in. This gentle motion is simple and soothing. Far out on the water, small ripples catch the fading light. They rise and fall in soft patterns, never hurried, never forced. They do only one thing, move in their own quiet rhythm. You are invited to do the same. Thoughts may still drift through. That is all right. They can come and go like clouds passing over the sky. You do not need to follow them. Instead, the mind can rest on simple details. The color of the sky as it slowly deepens. The steady sound of the waves. The feeling of being held and supported by the hammock. Each breath can become a little slower, a little smoother. In and out, like the tide. No special effort, just a natural, gentle flow. The light shifts again, turning softer, more muted. Warm tones melt into one another. The edge between sea and sky begins to blur. The whole scene feels like it is exhaling. In this place, you are safe to let go. Safe to put everything down. Safe to be quiet inside. It is all right if you do nothing at all. The body understands this quiet. Your muscles understand how to soften. Your heartbeat understands how to slow. There is a deep, simple intelligence in this calm. Notice how your back is supported, how your legs are cradled, how your head can rest without needing to stay alert. The hammock holds all of you at once. The air cools just a little more as the sun moves lower. It brushes over your arms and across your face like a soft, careful hand. You might imagine the scent of salt in the air, clean, clear and light. If any last bits of the day cling to you, They can begin to loosen now, like grains of sand falling from your hands, like footprints slowly washed away by the tide. The shore does not cling to what it has carried. Here and now, nothing is asked of you. You are not needed anywhere else in this moment. You are allowed to rest in this gentle in-between space. The world can continue on its own for a while. The faint sounds of evening begin to gather, waves soft and steady, perhaps a light rustle of leaves or distant movement. All of it far enough away that it only deepens the sense of peace. You are not separate from this calm scene. You are part of it. The hammock, the shore, the sea, and the slowly setting sun all belong together. You fit here, easily and naturally. Notice again how the breath feels. It may already be slower, deeper, more relaxed. If it is not, there is no need to change it. Simply being here will gently guide it into a softer rhythm. The sky, the water, the air, and the hammock all agree on one thing. This is a time for quiet, for ease, for soft edges and gentle endings. As the day leans further toward evening, you can lean further into this sense of being held. Let the hammock carry more of your weight. Let the ground beneath the hammock carry the rest. You do not have to carry anything. This moment is an invitation to loosen your hold on the day, to release the need to do or fix or solve, to drift a little further inward where things are softer and slower, where calm has room to grow. The sea will keep moving. The sun will keep sinking. The air will keep flowing past in quiet, steady currents. You are free to simply rest within it all. Nothing else needs to begin right now. Nothing needs to be finished. Just this gentle pause, held in the warmth of a slow sunset by the sea. Let this softness surround you and let yourself slowly drift into it. The day is almost done. Light hangs low over the sea, warm and gentle. The air carries the last touch of the sun, soft against your skin. Everything feels quieter now, as if the whole shoreline is taking a slow, deep breath. The hammock waits nearby, easy and inviting. Its fabric hangs in a gentle curve, ready to hold you. As you move toward it, the sand is cool and steady under your feet. The world feels simpler here. When you ease yourself into the hammock, the fabric shifts and cradles your weight. There is a soft creak, a tiny sound of welcome. Your body begins to sink down, supported from beneath. You are being held, without any effort on your part. The last warmth of the day rests lightly across your arms and face. It is not strong now, only a soft glow, like the memory of sunlight. The air around you is mild and calm. Nothing presses on you. Nothing demands your attention. Shadows grow longer along the shore. They stretch from rocks and driftwood, dark shapes painted over pale sand. The hammock sways just a little, responding to each small movement. You are gently rocked, as though the evening itself is carrying you. A quiet breeze drifts in from the sea. It slides over your skin in slow, cool strokes. With each pass, it feels as if it lifts a little tension away. Shoulders ease. The jaw loosens. The muscles of the back begin to soften. The air smells clean and light, with a hint of salt. Each breath comes in smoothly and leaves just as gently. Breathing no longer feels like something you do on purpose. It is simply happening, steady and kind. Soft sounds move around you in slow circles. Waves reach the shore and fall back again, never in a hurry. They leave behind a faint, whispering hiss where water meets sand. Everything in this place speaks in quiet tones. Your body knows how to respond to this. It has felt tired before. It has felt heavy before. But here, that heaviness is allowed to rest. Muscles do not have to hold you up. The hammock does that now. As the hammock rocks, your awareness begins to narrow in a gentle way. The wide thoughts of the day feel farther off. They are like distant shapes at the edge of your sight, fading in the dimming light. Close by, only simple sensations remain clear. Notice the soft give of the fabric beneath you. Notice the coolness of the evening air against your cheeks. Notice the rhythm of the waves, steady and familiar. These are small things, but they are enough. Your eyes might grow heavier as the sky softens its colors. Even if they are still open, the details around you blur a little. Edges are less sharp, brightness less intense. The world itself seems to be drifting into stillness. There is a quiet space between one breath and the next. In that small space, nothing needs to be done. Thoughts can float for a moment and then gently sink away. You are allowed to stay in that space for as long as you like. The breeze moves again, and the hammock answers with a tiny sway. The motion is smooth, predictable, and safe. It feels like being carried along by a slow, peaceful current. You do not need to guide it or control it. Some part of you may still be alert, watching, listening. That is natural. But even that alertness can begin to relax, just a little at a time. It can stand down, knowing that nothing here is asking for your guard. The warmth of the day continues to fade, leaving behind a calm, even temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. The body likes this balance. It responds by loosening its grip, releasing the tight places it no longer needs. As your body settles, your mind follows. Thoughts slow down, like footsteps becoming softer and fewer. They may still pass through, but they do not linger as long. They are allowed to come and go without pulling you with them. The horizon stretches out in front of you, a simple line where sea meets sky. You do not need to focus on it in detail. Just knowing it is there is enough. It is a reminder of something vast and steady beyond anything you carry. Inside this small cocoon of fabric and air, you are separate from the demands of the day. The hammock holds you slightly above the ground, lifted and light. There is a sense of being suspended between earth and sky. Not pulled down, not pushed forward, just resting in between. In this moment, awareness softens. You are still here, but not gripping as tightly to every thought and feeling. Things that once felt loud now seem far away. The mind begins to float more freely, like a leaf on quiet water. Each gentle sway of the hammock encourages this drifting. Forward a little, back a little. There is comfort in the repetition. Your body learns the rhythm and trusts it. Breathing continues, smooth and unforced, in and out, in a slow, unbroken flow. It matches the waves without needing to try. Two simple rhythms, moving in quiet harmony. The edges of time blur at the sides. Minutes do not feel sharp or important. All that matters is this slow easing, this steady unwinding. You are moving from doing into simply being. The mind no longer needs to name everything. It can rest with feelings instead. The feeling of being safe, the feeling of being held, the feeling of a calm that asks nothing from you. Soft shadows wrap the shoreline now. They are not threatening, only gentle reminders that the day has done its work. Even the light is resting. You are invited to rest with it. Thoughts, if they appear, drift more lightly now. They may hover for a moment, then fade into the background. You do not need to capture them or push them away. They move on their own, like clouds in a slowly darkening sky. Here, in this hammock by the sea, stillness is not empty. It is full of small, soothing details. The quiet breath, the steady sway, the low song of the waves. You are free to stay close to these simple sensations. Let them be your whole world for now. Nothing bigger is needed. Nothing more is required. The day continues its gentle descent into night, and you continue your own gentle descent into ease. The body is softer. The mind is quieter. Everything around you supports this calm. In this soft, drifting state, you are here and yet lightly detached. The world can spin and shift far away, but you remain in this calm pocket of time, held by the hammock, cradled by the evening air, drifting slowly into stillness. The sky begins to shift. Soft colors gather at the edges of the horizon, gentle and warm. The air feels steady, almost hushed, as if the whole world has paused to watch the evening unfold. Everything around you seems to slow in response. A soft gold appears first. It stretches lightly across the water, catching on the small ripples that move toward the shore. Each shimmer feels slow and delicate, like tiny sparks drifting across a calm surface. The light settles in your eyes and eases something deep inside you. The sun lowers a little more, and the gold deepens. It becomes richer, warmer, wrapping the sea in a quiet glow. The warmth isn't bright or sharp. It is gentle, like the last comfortable touch of a long day. As the hammock sways, the colors seem to shift with your movement. They stretch and soften, widening into smooth bands that blend with the sky. Nothing changes suddenly. Each moment melts slowly into the next. A muted rose begins to appear above the gold. Soft and tender, it spreads across the clouds in a light wash. The shade feels calm, like a quiet breath released at the end of a long day. It brings a sense of peaceful reflection without any demand for thought. The sea mirrors these new tones. Hints of rose glide across the water, mixing with the gold in drifting patterns. Every small wave catches a bit of color and carries it forward before letting it go. The movement is slow and watching it feels soothing. As you rest there, the colors continue to change. The gold becomes softer, the rose becomes deeper, and the first hints of blue begin to push through the fading light. The sky seems to widen as the day gently loosens its hold. A quiet wonder settles in. The deepening blue is cool and steady. It moves in from above, calm and smooth. It brings balance to the warmth below, creating a soft, peaceful harmony across the sky. You may feel yourself leaning into that coolness, letting it ease any lingering strain. The hammock moves with a small sigh of fabric, almost matching the rhythm of the sea. Every shift is slow, inviting you to follow its pace. It's easy to broaden your breath here, letting it lengthen without trying. The colors around you seem to stretch each inhale and soften each exhale. A shimmering path of light forms across the water. The sun, now lower, casts a long, golden streak toward the shore. It wavers gently with the movement of the waves. You can follow it with your eyes or simply hold the sense of it in your mind. The rose above grows richer as the sun continues its slow descent. It mixes with warm orange along the horizon, layers folding into one another. These colors feel soft and comforting, like a gentle embrace from the evening sky. They draw you into a warm, introspective calm. The blue grows deeper still, expanding like a quiet pool overhead. It has a cool, soothing presence, grounding the warmth of the lower sky. You may notice how the world feels larger and smaller at the same time. Larger in its beauty, smaller in its demands. Each color lingers. None of them rush forward or fade too quickly. They give you time to settle into them, to rest inside their gentle shifts. The slow transformation invites the mind to drift. The sun dips lower, resting half above the horizon. Its light softens into a gentle glow, no longer bright, only warm. This is the moment when everything seems balanced. The sea, the sky, and the air all meet in quiet harmony. The water reflects this final warmth. Gold and rose ripple together, then stretch into long, gentle lines. The shimmer is calming, steady, and familiar. It feels like watching a calm heartbeat in the distance. As the sun continues downward, the colors deepen again. The gold turns into a soft amber. The rose leans into a muted, dusky pink. The blue shifts toward a deeper shade that hints at the coming night. These changes create a peaceful layering across the sky. Warm tones below, cool tones above, all connected by soft gradients. The world feels tender and spacious in this light. Everything slows down just a little more. The hammock rocks lightly beneath you, an anchor in the gentle motion of the evening. Your body feels looser, calmer, as if each sway brushes away another trace of tension. The colors seem to ease through you as much as around you. Warmth, softness, coolness, all sliding into a quiet balance. Even as the sun reaches the horizon's edge, there is no rush. It seems to pause there, giving one last slow glow across the sea. This lingering moment carries a quiet significance. Not loud or dramatic, just a soft sense of release. The shimmer on the water fades into softer tones. Gentle reflections melt into the growing blue, leaving behind a peaceful stillness. The sky begins to settle into deeper shades. Everything becomes quieter again. Each breath feels smoother now. The body takes in the warm air, then releases it into the coolness spreading above. Breathing becomes an easy rhythm, matched with the slow changes in the sky. It's a rhythm you don't need to shape. It forms on its own. The colors of the sunset continue their slow dissolve. Warm pinks and golds drift away. A soft, deep blue settles in their place. The transition feels gentle, unhurried, soothing. In this fading light, the world grows softer around the edges. Shapes blend into one another. The sea turns calm and steady. The sky leans toward night with quiet grace. The last touch of the sun dips below the horizon. Its glow lingers for a moment longer, a soft reminder of warmth that is still present in the air. You can hold that warmth inside you, letting it settle wherever it's needed. It rests there gently, like a light that doesn't fade all at once. The sky continues to deepen. Blue stretches overhead, wide and comforting. The first hints of night begin to settle across the sea. The world grows quieter, and so do you. Everything is slowing down. Everything is softening. The colors of the sunset fade into memory, leaving behind a deep, calm stillness. A stillness that wraps around you and drifts with you into the quiet night. Evening settles softly across the shore. The light is gentle now, stretched thin and warm over the water. Air hangs easy around you, calm and kind. Everything feels unhurried. A warm breeze begins to move in from the sea. It brushes across your skin in slow, quiet strokes. Not strong, not sharp, just a soft, steady touch. Each pass seems to loosen something inside. The hammock holds you in a gentle curve. Fabric supports your weight, giving just enough to feel cradled. When the breeze moves, the hammock answers with a tiny sway. The motion is slow and tender, almost like a long exhale. Far out, the water is calm. Small waves lift and fall in a quiet rhythm. They roll toward the shore, whisper against the sand, and slip away again. Their sound is low and steady, like a quiet breath that never stops. Warm air and cool water meet at the edge of the shore. You can feel that meeting point around you, soft warmth on your face and arms, hints of cooler air rising from the sea with every new ripple. As the breeze moves over the water, it gathers a faint freshness. It carries the light scent of salt and sea. With every slow pass, it seems to wash over your thoughts as well. Ideas and worries grow lighter, less important, easier to set aside. The hammock rocks a little more, gentle and predictable. Each forward drift is followed by an easy return. Your body begins to know this pattern. It relaxes into it, trusting the rhythm. Warm air slips beneath your clothing and around your neck. It moves along your arms, across your legs, and up your sides. No part of you is forgotten. Everything is wrapped in the sound's soft touch. The sound of the waves pairs with the feeling of the breeze. One you feel on your skin, the other you hear in your ears and your chest. Together, they weave a quiet, steady calm. In this moment, nothing pulls at you. There are no sharp edges in the sound, no sudden movements in the air, just a slow, even flow that settles the senses. Your breathing starts to match that flow without effort. In, as the breeze brushes over you. Out, as the hammock drifts back and the waves slide away. Breath, water, and air move together, gentle and slow. The warmth in the air holds a softness, like the last comfort of daylight. It does not press on you. It simply rests, a gentle wrap around your body. It tells the muscles they no longer need to stay alert. The small muscles in your face begin to ease. The forehead smooths. The eyes grow heavier, softer, less focused. Even the tongue rests more easily in your mouth. Underneath you, the hammock remains steady. Ropes hold firm, anchored to solid points. You sway, but there is no risk, no uncertainty. The environment feels like a quiet, caring hand. Water continues its slow conversation with the shore. A soft rush forward, a gentle pull back, again and again, without strain, without pause. The breeze shifts from time to time. Sometimes it moves across your legs, cool and light. Sometimes it slides over your chest and shoulders. Each time it comes, it leaves you a little more relaxed. Thoughts may still drift through from somewhere far away. Memories of the day, bits of conversation, scattered tasks. They appear against the backdrop of warm air and quiet water. Then they fade, drawn gently out to sea. Here, comfort runs deeper than the surface. It is not only in the air or the sound or the hammock. It begins to settle inside your chest, behind your ribs. A quiet weight of ease, warm and steady. The mind starts to prefer simple details. The brush of air on your cheeks, the slow rocking beneath your back, the hush of waves sliding over sand. Every sense is being spoken to in a calm, caring voice. Touch hears the warmth and the breeze. Hearing listens to water and soft fabric creaks. Even the sense of space feels held and safe. Time seems to stretch out between each wave, between each breath, between each gentle shift of the hammock. These spaces feel wide and soft, like small pockets of stillness. Inside those pockets, you can rest more deeply. You don't have to think or decide or respond. You simply float on the feeling of being here, held between warm air and quiet water. The evening breeze remains tender as it moves. It never rushes, never pushes, only glides, calm and respectful, across your resting body. Your chest rises and falls in a slow, easy arc. Breaths are unforced, natural, unbroken. With every exhale, something loosens. With every inhale, something gentle returns. The water, too, repeats its soothing pattern. A soft roll, a faint hiss, a trailing whisper, then a pause before it all happens again. Like a lullaby sung in a language made of sound and movement. Inside, the quiet grows. Thoughts grow softer, like shapes fading in a mist. Feelings become calmer, less sharp, less tangled. There is room now for nothing at all, and that feels good. Warm air continues to hold you. The hammock continues to cradle you. The waves continue to carry the edges of the day farther away. You are surrounded by care, even in silence. In this gentle meeting of breeze and water, something in you lets go. The part that has stayed on guard begins to rest. The part that has carried weight begins to lay it down. The part that has always moved begins to be still. The breeze softens even more as night leans in. It becomes a light, steady presence, always there, always kind. The sea grows quieter, but never fully silent. Its calm sound is like a promise that you can keep sinking into this ease. Here, in the hammock, wrapped in warm air and quiet water, you can drift deeper into yourself. Not into thought, but into a quiet space beneath thought. A place where nothing is required. A place where calm is everything. The world around you continues its slow, peaceful motion. You remain held at the center of it all, resting, breathing, drifting in the embrace of a warm breeze over quiet water. The evening settles around you with a quiet, steady calm. The light is fading into softer tones. Warm air glides over your skin. The world feels slow and gentle, as if the day is sighing into rest. The hammock moves beneath you in a small, easy sway. Barely there at first. A tiny rise, then a slow return. The kind of motion that asks nothing and offers everything. The fabric shifts with you, holding your weight in a calm cradle. A faint creak slips into the air, soft and familiar. It blends with the quiet sounds of the shoreline. Nothing sharp, nothing sudden, just murmurs of comfort. As the hammock rocks forward, your body moves with it. No effort, no tension, just natural, unhurried motion. Then it drifts back again, smooth and steady. The rhythm feels predictable in the most soothing way. You begin to sense the pattern without needing to think. Your breath starts to match it, falling into its simple pace. Forward and back, soft as a long exhale. The muscles around your shoulders begin to melt. Your arms grow lighter, as if gravity has softened. Your legs settle deeper into the slow sway. Everything starts to loosen. The hammock carries the weight you usually hold. It supports your back in one gentle curve. Your head rests easily, no strain, no pressure. The environment feels like a warm hand beneath you. Each movement feels slower than the one before, as if time itself is stretching to help you unwind. The arc of the sway widens just a little, then narrows again, peaceful and sure. The faint sound of the ropes shifting adds to the calm. a light whisper of fabric brushing against itself. These tiny sounds feel grounding. They remind you that you are held safely and completely. With every pass, the body releases more of its hold. The tiny muscles in your hands uncoil. Your jaw rests easily, without any effort. Your chest rises and falls in one soft wave. You are gently being rocked like something cherished. There is no need to stay alert, no need to brace or balance. The hammock knows what to do. Forward and back. A rhythm so steady it begins to lull the mind. Thoughts drift in slower patterns now. They move like the tide on a quiet evening, close enough to notice, far enough not to disturb. They soften at the edges. The sway supports this softening. It gathers your awareness and narrows it to simple sensations. Warm air on your arms, the cool hint of evening near your feet, the fabric beneath your back moving in slow circles. Your breathing deepens without intention. A gentle rise as the hammock moves forward, a gentle fall as it rocks back. The two motions blend into one soothing rhythm. Nothing inside you needs to resist this. There is nothing to prepare for, nothing to manage, only the soft invitation to surrender a little more. The hammock rocks again, like the smallest wave lifting you. You feel the start of the motion in your hips. Then it travels up through your ribs. It reaches your shoulders and finally your head, softening everything along the way. When the motion eases to the other side, your whole body follows. Loose, quiet, at ease. Warm air brushes across your cheek. It meets the gentle rise of the hammock. The two sensations sync briefly, then drift apart again. Everything is connected in a quiet, natural way. The sway becomes the center of your world, not because it demands attention, but because it calms everything it touches. It keeps you close to the ground without pressing you into it. It keeps you lifted without pulling you upward. Your thoughts slow to the pace of this rocking. Forward and back, with quiet space in between. Your awareness drifts through those spaces. It floats there, light and unburdened. Nothing tries to pull it back. Nothing tries to move it forward. The weight in your limbs softens even more. Your hands rest where they fall. Your legs let go of the last bits of tension. Your spine curves naturally with the hammock's gentle dip. Every motion from now on feels predictable and comforting. The same slow rise, the same soft return. A rhythm that never surprises you. Even the fabric's faint creak joins in this pattern. A small sound on the forward motion, another on the way back, like the quiet ticking of a calm, deliberate clock. Your breath continues to deepen, not forced, not shaped, only following the ease of the moment. Breathing becomes its own gentle sway. Warmth lingers in the air around you. It rests on your skin, soft as evening light. It keeps the body relaxed and open. It adds to the feeling of being cared for. With each slow movement, the hammock invites you to let go a little more, to release anything still holding on inside, to loosen your grip on the day, to drift deeper into comfort. Nothing urgent remains, nothing loud, only this slow, soothing rhythm carrying you gently across the edge of evening. Forward and back. A quiet promise that you are safe to rest. The world around you fades into softer outlines. The sway takes the lead. Your breath follows. Your thoughts drift. You rest in a calm, warm cradle of motion. The hammock moves, and you surrender to it. It rocks you deeper and deeper into quiet, until all that remains is the soft rhythm of being held, and drifting, and easing into stillness. Soft light lingers along the shore. The sun has dipped low, yet a gentle glow remains, stretching quietly across sand and water. Everything feels slower now, calmer, almost suspended in the warm hush of evening. The air carries a peaceful stillness, as if the world is resting with you. Across the shoreline, the faint glow touches the sand in long, quiet streaks. It moves gently over each small curve and hollow, giving everything a soft outline. The light is thin and warm, neither bright nor fading too quickly. It rests there like a final whisper of the day. The water reflects this light in slow, stretching ripples. Each small wave gathers a shimmer, carries it a moment, then releases it back to the sea. The motion is unhurried, as though the water itself is savoring the last moments of color. Watching it feels soothing, like observing a peaceful breath. Farther out, the surface of the sea is darker, touched with deeper shades. Yet even here, the glow still clings to the edges of the waves. It sparkles for a heartbeat, then softens into the growing blue. Everything blends gently, never rushed. The rocks in the distance catch a faint trace of the light. Their edges glow softly, turning smooth and rounded in the dim. Nothing sharp remains. Shapes soften and melt into the background, creating a sense of quiet space around you. As the day dims, the hammock cradles you in the same soft stillness. It sways only slightly, small movements barely felt but deeply comforting. Each shift is slow and subtle, like the light drifting across the shoreline. The fabric beneath you seems to hold the remaining warmth of the day. Your breathing eases into this soft dimming, in and out, in a calm, steady rhythm. The air is cool at the edges, warm near your skin. It settles around you like a gentle blanket. Across the sand, the glow stretches into longer, thinner patches. They look like quiet pathways of light, fading slowly toward the water. The shoreline seems to be exhaling, releasing the brightness of the day little by little. Everything feels open and spacious. The waves move in slow patterns, guided by the fading light. A faint shimmer rides each crest before it falls into the smooth troughs below. These small sparks drift toward shore, leaving soft trails behind them. The sound that follows is gentle, calming, and familiar. In this moment, colors are no longer sharp. They blend into one another. Warm gold, muted pink, soft grey-blue. The world becomes a watercolor wash of fading hues. You feel that blend inside yourself too, a merging of tension into ease. A quiet spaciousness expands around you. There is room for stillness, room for breath, room for rest. Nothing crowds the senses. Nothing presses in. The light on the rocks dims further, leaving only the softest outline. They sit like steady guardians of the shore, unmoving, patient. Their presence feels calming, grounding, like an anchor for the drifting evening. You sense them without needing to look. Closer to you, the sand cools as the glow thins. Its surface holds the memory of the day's warmth, fading slowly beneath the soft air. You can sense that warmth through the hammock, a gentle echo from the ground below. It mixes with the coolness of the air, creating a tender balance. The water's reflections grow slower, as if they too are beginning to rest. Shimmers stretch farther before fading. Waves touch the shore with softer edges. Each movement is quiet, as though wrapped in cotton. The hammock's gentle sway mirrors this slowing. A soft rise, a small fall, a long moment of stillness in between. The rhythm feels almost like the sea's own breath reaching you through the air. You drift with it, carried by both fabric and water. A deeper blue settles across the sky now. The glow on the horizon softens into a low, warm band. It no longer shines, but hums quietly with the last traces of daylight. This fading light brings a deeper stillness. Across the shore, shadows stretch wide and smooth. They join with the growing twilight, creating pockets of quiet calm. Everything feels spacious, open, and safe, as if the day is gently stepping aside to make room for rest. The air cools slightly, brushing soft against your skin. The warmth left behind by the light mixes with the coolness in a soothing blend. This shift is slow, tender, like the evening's tucking itself around you. Your body responds by sinking deeper into ease. Your breath slows even more. The soft light seems to guide it downward into a steady, peaceful rhythm. Each inhale draws in the last warmth of the day. Each exhale releases the weight you no longer need to carry. The world around you grows quieter with every passing moment. Water softens its tone. Waves become more hush than sound. Even the breeze seems to step lightly now. What remains is a gentle glow along the horizon, thin, warm, and hovering just above the water. It stretches out like a soft promise of peace, not bright enough to wake you, just enough to comfort. Your awareness expands into the surrounding stillness. The open space feels safe, supportive, and calm. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to push away. The glow continues to dim, fading into deeper blue. Each moment becomes quieter, softer, more spacious. You drift with it, moving gently into the calm it creates. Warm light softens into memory. The evening settles into a tender quiet. The shoreline grows dim and gentle. The world relaxes, and so do you. All that remains is the soft light on the shore, slowly fading into rest. The last light of the day settles softly around you. The sun hangs low, barely above the horizon, its glow stretched thin and warm. Everything feels quieter now, as if the world has taken one long, slow breath. Even the air seems to move more gently, drifting through the space around you. A faint warmth rests on your skin. It is the final touch of sunlight, subtle and fading. Each moment, that warmth grows softer, dimmer, more relaxed. You can almost feel it slipping away, like a whisper at the end of a sentence. The hammock holds you in an easy curve. Its steady support helps your body settle deeper into comfort. A light sway carries you forward, then back, calm and unhurried. This gentle rhythm matches the slow retreat of the day. Across the sea, the light thins into a soft band of gold. It stretches over the water in long, smooth strokes. Waves rise and fall beneath it, catching the glow before letting it go again. The motion is slow enough that each shimmer seems to linger. The sky begins to relax into twilight. Warm colors melt into muted shades, blending without edges. The gold dims into pale amber. The blue above becomes deeper, cooler, more spacious. Here, in this changing light, time feels slower. Moments lengthen into soft pauses. Breaths stretch out, smooth and steady. There is no need to hold anything tightly now. Thoughts drift in and out like the fading glow. They appear for a moment, then loosen, then soften into the background. You don't have to follow them. You don't have to respond. The hammock sways again, almost imperceptibly. Its movement is gentle enough to quiet the body. Your muscles begin to sink into the fabric. Your shoulders settle, your arms rest easily, your legs feel heavier in a peaceful way. The last rays of the sun slide slowly beneath the horizon. They trail off in a thin line of light, then dissolve into the growing dusk. This fading feels natural, unhurried, like the closing of tired eyes. The world sighs into evening. A cooler tone rises in the sky, soft and dreamy. It spreads across the upper air, bringing a deeper quiet. The transition is smooth, like slipping into warm water. You feel it in your chest, a gentle easing. The water responds to the dimming light. Its sound becomes fuller, rounder, more muted. Each wave folds softly onto the shore, then draws back with a low, calming hush. The rhythm is steady enough to quiet the mind. The dimming world gives you permission to dim inside as well. Thoughts slow. Awareness softens. The edges of the day blur into the soft glow of twilight. Your breathing deepens on its own. The coolness in the air encourages longer exhales. The warmth still resting on your skin makes each inhale feel gentle and smooth. Both sensations settle you into deeper stillness. Twilight gathers in the spaces between sky and sea. It fills the shoreline with a calm, delicate blue. The color feels spacious, as if it's widening the world around you. You drift into that spaciousness without trying. The hammock moves again, slower this time. Its rise and fall feels like a soft nod, inviting your body to surrender. Each sway carries a small wave of comfort. You follow its rhythm as naturally as you follow your breath. The last hints of sunlight cling to the horizon, then fade completely. Darkness does not rush in. It approaches gradually, tenderly, with a softness that feels safe. You watch the change without needing to think. With each passing moment, the mind quiets just a little more. Thoughts feel distant and dim. They lose their weight, their sharpness. They settle like soft dust on still air. The sky above is now a deepening shade. Its color wraps around you like a calm, expansive blanket. You feel small in the best possible way, held by the quiet of the evening. Nothing presses on you here. The sea takes on a darker tone, but its rhythm stays familiar. Wave after wave moves forward, touches the sand, then slips back again. The sound becomes more soothing as the light fades. It is a quiet conversation between water and shore. Your body sinks deeper into rest. Your limbs feel heavier in a slow and peaceful way. Your chest rises and falls with calm, even breaths. The hammock holds every part of you without effort. Twilight deepens, smoothing the edges of everything. Objects along the shore blend into gentle shapes. The horizon softens into a single, dim line. The world becomes simple and quiet. In this moment, you drift inward, not toward thought, but toward stillness. A quiet place inside that exists beneath everything else. It grows easier to reach as the day fades. The air cools slightly, brushing across your skin like a quiet promise. It carries away the heat of the day and replaces it with calm. Each breath feels softer. Each moment feels slower. Darkness settles gently, not as a shadow, but as a soothing presence. It fills the sky above you with dreamlike calm. It brings a quiet that settles in your chest, a quiet that asks for nothing. The hammock sways one more time, slow and steady. Your body follows without effort, drifting with it. The motion becomes smaller and smaller, as if the world is slowing down for the night. Your mind moves with it, soft and weightless. The last traces of daylight fade into memory. The sky rests in deep twilight. The sea hums its low, steady lullaby, and you drift into a quiet mind, surrounded by the gentle stillness of the fading day. The sky has settled into deep twilight now. The last traces of daylight have slipped away, leaving a calm, spacious darkness above you. The air feels cooler, quieter, as if the world is pausing to listen. Everything around you has softened. Above the hammock, the first star appears, a tiny point of light, faint at first, barely a shimmer. It holds steady in the darkening sky, gentle and patient. Its presence brings a quiet sense of wonder. Another star follows, then another. They appear slowly, one by one, scattered across the wide blue-grey above. Each one glows with a soft, delicate light. None of them rush forward. They take their time, easing into view. The hammock sways lightly beneath you, steady and warm. Your body falls into its rhythm, small movements rising and falling like breath. As the stars continue to gather, your mind eases even more. Their soft glow encourages you to drift. The darkness around them is smooth and gentle, not heavy or sharp. It feels like a soft blanket spread across the sky. The contrast makes each tiny point of light stand out, calm and clear. You feel held in that contrast, safe between sea and sky. A faint constellation begins to form overhead. Not fully bright, not fully clear, just a subtle pattern linking a handful of stars. Its lines are soft, barely imagined. You follow them slowly, as though tracing them through warm water. Farther out, the horizon has almost disappeared. Sky and sea blend into one dark sweep. Only the stars mark the space above you. Their quiet glow brings an easy stillness to the world. The hammock rocks again, and your eyes drift over the dark sky. Every movement reveals another faint sparkle, some barely visible, some steady enough to hold your attention. All of them calm, gentle, restful. The sea reflects a few of the brighter lights. Tiny specks shimmer across the surface before melting into the next wave. These reflections look like drifting stars, moving with the tide. They glow for a moment, then dissolve into the dark. Your breath deepens as you watch the sky unfold. Each inhale feels easy, smooth, unhurried. Each exhale softens your thoughts a little more. You begin to sink deeper into the quiet of the evening. The stars above seem to glow more steadily now. Their faint shimmer feels soothing, almost rhythmic. You might notice the space between them, the wide open darkness that feels peaceful and expansive. That spaciousness settles gently inside you. A small cluster of stars gathers to your left. They twinkle together, soft and steady. Their light feels warm despite the cool air drifting in from the sea. Something inside you relaxes even further. The night deepens, but it isn't heavy. It's a gentle dark, comforting and calm. The stars brighten in response, glowing softly in the quiet. Their presence brings a sense of surrender. The hammock's sway matches the tone of the night. Slow, smooth, almost dreamy. Each movement draws you deeper into comfort. Your body follows easily, without thought. Thoughts drift the way the stars appear, one by one, soft and light. None of them stay for long. They fade into the darkness, just as new stars appear in their place. You don't have to hold on to any of them. Above you, the sky's quiet beauty grows fuller. More stars gather, filling the dark with gentle sparks. The pattern is loose, natural, unhurried. They illuminate nothing in particular, and yet they light the entire sky. A cool breeze touches your arms. It feels crisp, refreshing, calm. The stars seem to glow brighter in the cool air, their light crisp and clean. You breathe it in with slow ease. Your mind softens into a deeper quiet. The thoughts that remain are gentle, peaceful. They rise and fall like small waves against the shore. You watch them drift without effort. The night sky widens above you, vast and still. Its deep tone invites you inward. The stars overhead guide your attention into softness. Their glow is steady enough to comfort, faint enough to lull. The sea moves with a low whisper. The sound is steady, quiet, soothing. It pairs with the faint twinkle above, creating a soft duet of sea and sky. Together, they calm every part of you. Another star appears near the horizon, small, distant, warm. You follow its rise for a moment, then you release it, letting it blend into the dark. Everything feels easy, slow, serene. The hammock holds you steady as the stars gather. Its gentle cradle helps you drift deeper into stillness. You feel more relaxed with each sway, more open with each breath. The sky above becomes a soft tapestry of light. Not bright, not loud, just a quiet scattering that feels peaceful. You rest inside that peacefulness. It surrounds you like a calm, cool pool. The stars seem to breathe with you now. With each rise and fall of your chest, they flicker softly. The rhythm is subtle but steady. It draws you further toward rest. Your thoughts slow to the pace of the sky. Quiet, spacious, dreamlike. The sea continues its gentle whisper. The breeze grows softer. The hammock sways in a calm arc. And above it all, the stars glow in the growing dark. Steady, tender, and serene. Night settles gently along the shore. The last traces of daylight have slipped away, leaving the world wrapped in a soft, quiet darkness. The air cools in a slow, even wave, brushing over your skin with a calmness that feels tender and inviting. Everything around you has eased into stillness. The hammock holds you in a warm, familiar curve. Its fabric gathers lightly around your sides, creating a soft cocoon of comfort. Each breath you take deepens that sense of being held. The sway beneath you is faint now, more suggestion than movement. The sea has quieted to a low, steady murmur. Waves rise and fall with gentle discipline, each one softer than the last. Their sound reaches you from a distance, smoothed by the night air. They no longer call for attention. They simply exist, steady and soothing. Coolness settles across your arms and legs in a slow drift. It is not sharp or startling. It arrives with kindness, bringing a relief that feels like the end of a long sigh. Your body adjusts easily, welcoming the comfort of this softer temperature. Above you, the sky is a deep, velvety blue. The stars that appeared earlier now glow with more confidence. They seem to expand in the darkness, their faint shimmer spreading a quiet calm. The darkness around them feels thick and gentle, like a soft blanket drawn closer. The hammock responds to a small shift in the breeze. It rocks just a little, then settles back into stillness. This simple motion melts through your muscles, loosening what remains tense. You sink deeper into the fabric, deeper into the night. The world's edges blur. Shapes along the sand fade into soft outlines. The rocks become dark silhouettes, patient and unmoving. Even the water loses its sharp shine, taking on the color of the sky. Your thoughts begin to dim with the fading day, not pushed away, just slipping naturally into the background. They move more slowly now, drifting like leaves on a quiet current. None of them cling, none of them pull. Your breathing deepens without effort. The cool air enters easily, filling your chest with quiet comfort. Each exhale feels longer than the one before. It carries away the last bits of the day, leaving space for rest. Night's stillness grows thicker around you. It gathers beneath the hammock and settles overhead. The air feels smooth, unbroken, peaceful. You drift within that softness, as though the world is holding you gently in place. The murmur of the waves continues its steady rhythm. It is low enough to feel more than hear. The sound reaches your body like a distant heartbeat. It reminds you that the world is moving, even as you are perfectly still. A deeper quiet fills your mind, not empty, just calm. A gentle space where nothing demands attention, where everything feels slow, warm, and easy. The hammock becomes a small sanctuary suspended between sky and sand. It lifts you just enough to feel weightless. It holds you close enough to feel safe. This space is yours, calm and uncomplicated. Cool air settles around your neck and across your chest. It mixes with the warmth lingering beneath the fabric. The contrast is soothing, a soft balance that quiets the senses. Your body relaxes into that balance as if it has been waiting for it. The darkness deepens, but it brings no heaviness, only comfort, only rest, only a gentle invitation to drift further inward. You might notice how your thoughts fade into softer forms. They lose their edges, becoming muted and slow. They rise and fall like the waves, distant and harmless. Eventually, they dissolve into the quiet. Each breath becomes slower. Each pause between breaths grows a little longer. Your chest rises with the ease of someone who has nothing left to do. The exhale slips out smoothly, almost dissolving into the air. The world around you has surrendered to night. Shadows deepen, sounds soften, motion stops. Everything leans into rest. And in this stillness, you find your own rest growing deeper. The hammock cradles you more completely now. Its fabric molds gently around your sides, warm and protective. You sink into it without effort. Every muscle follows, loosening in small waves. The sea's whisper fades into a soft, steady hush. It becomes the backdrop to your breathing, a quiet presence that keeps you company without asking anything of you. Its rhythm merges with your own. In this moment, the darkness feels alive with calm. Cool air moves in small, delicate currents. The stars glow faintly above, like distant guides. Everything nudges you towards softness. Your awareness settles deeper into your body. You feel the gentle cradle beneath you. You feel the air resting on your skin. You feel the stillness pressing lightly against your thoughts. Nothing asks for your attention. Nothing needs to be done. You are free to drift, free to rest in this quiet internal space. The night wraps around you fully now. Its embrace is tender and steady. It invites you to surrender to comfort, to let the mind go quiet. Breath continues, slow and natural. The hammock holds you. The sea whispers in the distance. The stars remain overhead, soft and steady. And you drift in the heart of night's first embrace, quiet and warm, deepening into stillness, slipping softly toward rest. Night has grown full around you, soft and deep. The air has settled into a gentle stillness, warm enough to comfort, cool enough to soothe. The horizon has faded into one quiet sweep of dark, blurring the line between sea and sky. Everything feels calm, wide and quiet. The hammock moves with the faintest sway, barely a motion, more like the suggestion of drifting. Your body follows easily, sinking into the soft curve beneath you. You feel lighter, as though something inside has begun to float. The world dims at the edges. Sounds soften. Thoughts slow into long, quiet stretches. You hover in a space where wakefulness and sleep blend together. The sea sends a small whisper of sound along the shore, a gentle murmur rising and falling in slow, steady waves. That sound drifts toward you, then away again. It feels distant, safe, and soothing. Here, above the sand, you feel suspended. The hammock cradles you just high enough to feel weightless. It holds your body without pressing or pulling. You rest in a place that feels almost separate from gravity. Breathing becomes softer. You inhale in a slow rise. You exhale in a warm, quiet fall. Each breath carries you a little farther from the waking world. Your awareness drifts outward for a moment, then inward, then somewhere in between, where neither thought nor sleep has taken hold. This space feels gentle, dreamy, and safe. The sway becomes part of your breath, or perhaps your breath becomes part of the sway. It's hard to tell now. Both move in the same slow, drifting rhythm. Above you, the sky feels like a vast, quiet ocean. The stars shimmer faintly in the dark, as if floating on their own soft tide. You sense them rather than see them clearly. Their calm glow settles over you like a light touch. The world feels far away now. Not lost, just quiet, softened, blurred, as if everything is wrapped in warm shadow. Nothing sharp remains. A small shift of the hammock sends a gentle wave through your body. It feels like drifting just above the shoreline, lifted by the night air. Not quite asleep, not quite awake, just floating between worlds. Your thoughts arrive as soft shapes, barely formed. They drift through your mind with no urgency, no pressure. They dissolve before they can settle. You don't need to hold on to any of them. The air feels lighter around you. It moves in slow currents, brushing your arms, easing across your chest. The sensation is delicate, almost whisper-like. It encourages the body to loosen even more. In this space, time stretches. Moments flow together without edges. Breaths last longer. Silence lasts longer. You begin to drift inward toward a warm, quiet center, a place untouched by worry or effort, soft, open, safe. The hammock's sway becomes even smaller now, a faint echo of movement, just enough to remind you that you're being held, just enough to lull your thoughts into stillness. You feel as if you're floating slightly above the world. The shoreline lies below, calm and silent. The sea moves in slow patterns that you sense, but no longer follow closely. The sky above drapes you in its quiet blue-black calm. Your body grows heavier, but in a peaceful way, as if sinking into a gentle cloud. Arms and legs rest easily. Your back settles deeper into the curve of the hammock. The boundary between your body and the air grows soft. Everything blends together in a warm, velvety quiet. You drift, not forward or backward, but inward, toward a place where rest forms naturally. Another whisper of waves reaches you. It moves through the darkness like a slow breath. You absorb it gently, without thinking. It becomes part of the rhythm carrying you towards sleep. The hammock cradles you more fully now. Its hold feels warm, protective, steady. You sink deeper into that comfort. Your mind loosens its grasp a little more. Thoughts grow feather-light, easy to release. They float in and out without leaving marks. They drift away on their own, dissolving into the night. You simply watch them fade. Everything around you feels suspended in a soft glow, not bright, just enough to soften the darkness. You float within that glow, held between two quiet worlds, dreams waiting on one side, stillness on the other. Your breath deepens again, full enough to comfort, slow enough to calm, quiet enough to pull you closer to sleep. The hammock sways one more time, a slow, delicate rise, a soft, lingering fall. You drift with it effortlessly. The space between wake and sleep widens. It welcomes you inside, gentle and open. Your thoughts dim into silence. Your body melts into warm stillness. You hover there, floating between worlds, quiet and safe, softly drifting as night carries you towards sleep. Night holds everything in a deep, quiet calm. The world around you has softened into darkness, smooth and gentle. The air settles across your skin with a cool, steady touch. Nothing shifts quickly now. Everything moves in long, slow waves of stillness. The hammock supports you in a warm, familiar cradle. Its curve fits you perfectly, holding you without effort. Each small sway feels slower than the last. The motion becomes a soft lull, guiding you toward rest. Above you, the sky is wide and dark. Stars glow in faint, patient patterns. They shimmer without urgency, distant and steady. Their light feels like a quiet whisper across the night. The sea blends into the darkness until it's only a soft sound, a low murmur, a gentle rise and fall, a rhythm steady enough to fall into. Your body sinks deeper into the hammock. It feels lighter in some places, heavier in others. Every muscle loosens, letting gravity do all the work. Breathing becomes slow and warm. The inhale spreads gently through your chest. The exhale slips out like a soft sigh. You settle deeper with each breath. The boundary between you and the night begins to blur. The air, the darkness, the sway, all merge into one quiet experience. You drift within it, barely aware of where your body ends. Everything feels soft and open. The shoreline below grows distant. You sense it more than you see it. A quiet stretch of sand, a faint glimmer of reflected stars, all of it slowly dissolving into night. The hammock sways again, slow and smooth. Forward, just slightly, then back into stillness. Your body follows without thought. Your mind loosens its hold. Thoughts thin out. They arrive slowly, then fade away before taking shape. You drift between moments, unhurried and calm. Night surrounds you like a gentle cocoon. Cool air moves through it in soft waves. Warmth lingers beneath you. Everything is balanced, easy, serene. The sea's voice lowers into a soft hum. It blends with your breathing. Two quiet rhythms, steady and calm. They carry you deeper into stillness. Your awareness begins to sink. Not sharply, not suddenly. Just a slow, warm descent into softness. Like drifting down through quiet water. You hover for a moment in that dreamy space. Not fully awake, not fully gone. A tender in-between where everything feels peaceful. The stars above glow a little dimmer now. Or perhaps your eyes are growing heavier. Their light softens into tiny blurs. They become less like points and more like faint memories of light. Your body feels weightless, held but floating, supported but free. The hammock cradles you as though you are drifting above the world. Everything slows even more. Your breath, your thoughts. The quiet rocking. Each motion is drawn out, long and soothing. You sink deeper into the darkness, which no longer feels empty. It feels soft, warm, protective. It wraps gently around your awareness. It welcomes you inward. The last bits of the day fall away. They drift into the quiet sea of night. Nothing remains that needs attention. Nothing remains that needs thought. Your mind becomes a smooth, open space, light as air, soft as the dark sky above you. It feels easy to let go here. Breathing becomes the only movement you notice. In, slow and full. Out, long and warm. Each breath draws you farther from wakefulness. The hammock gives one final gentle sway. Barely a motion, more like a soft whisper of movement. Your body responds with complete surrender. No holding, no effort, just rest. The world grows dim behind your closed eyes. Even the sound of the waves seems distant now, more suggestion than sound. A quiet rhythm, guiding you deeper. You feel yourself slipping into softness, not falling, floating, sinking into a warm, boundless quiet, moving toward a place where thought dissolves completely. Here, the darkness becomes comforting. It cradles you like a warm, endless sea. You drift within it without direction, without weight. Just a quiet descent into something deeper. Your breath grows shallow and slow. The night holds you. The hammock steadies you. And your mind opens gently into sleep. Everything blends together. Sea, stars, sky, night, breath. One soft world, one warm rhythm, carrying you down, down into silence, down into stillness, down into dream. You drift slowly, quietly into sleep. Night is quiet around you. Soft darkness rests over the sea, calm and deep. The air has settled into a gentle, steady cool. Nothing needs to move quickly anymore. Everything has slowed into a peaceful hush. The hammock holds you in its familiar cradle. Fabric curves around your body, warm and supportive. You sit just above the ground, suspended between earth and sky, safe, steady, and completely at ease. The world beyond this small space has grown distant. Shoreline, sky, waves, and stars all blend into one soft feeling. They are still there, but they no longer ask for attention. They simply surround you, quiet and kind. Your breath moves in an easy rhythm, in with a gentle fullness, out with a slow, relaxing drift. Each breath smooths the edges of the day a little more. The sea speaks in low, steady sounds along the shore, a quiet murmur rising and falling in patient waves. Its rhythm is soft enough to fade into the background, a comfort more than a sound. Above, the sky stretches wide and dark. Stars glow with a soft, distant light. They feel unhurried, calm, and constant. Their quiet presence rests over you like a light blanket. The air brushes against your skin in slow, cool strokes. It carries the clean scent of water and night. The touch is gentle, almost weightless. It reassures the body that everything is calm. Your weight is fully given to the hammock now. There is nothing left to hold up on your own, nothing to brace for, nothing to keep in place. Thoughts that were once busy and loud have grown faint. They drift at the edges of your awareness, soft, distant shapes that no longer matter. They dissolve before they can form. Inside, there is a deep, easy quiet, not empty, but peaceful, warm and safe, like a room with the lights turned low, a place that welcomes rest. The sea, the sky, the night air, the hammock beneath you. All of them agree on the same gentle truth. It is safe to be still. It is safe to drift. Each breath feels a little slower. Each pause between breaths stretches a little longer. Your body understands this pace. It follows without effort. Nothing outside this moment needs your attention. Not the past, not the future. Only the soft, steady now. The darkness around you is kind. It hides whatever is not needed. It leaves only softness, only warmth, only calm. You are held within it. The hammock barely moves now. When it does, the sway is smooth and small, a quiet reassurance that you are supported, that you can let go even more. Your arms rest where they are. Your legs are heavy in a pleasant way. Your back is cradled in the curve beneath you. Every part of you is allowed to relax. The world feels simple here. Just breath and softness and quiet. No choices to make, no roles to play. The sea continues its low, soothing song. The sky continues to watch with its gentle scatter of stars. The night continues to wrap itself around you, all of it steady, all of it soft. You do not have to move toward anything. You do not have to pull away from anything. You are exactly where you need to be, resting in the gentle middle of the night. Breath flows in, smooth and slow. Breath flows out, warm and easy. The body listens. The mind follows. In this quiet, there is nothing wrong, nothing missing, nothing unfinished, only this soft, safe stillness. If a thought appears, it floats lightly through. It has no weight, no urgency. It passes the way a small cloud crosses the sky, seen, and then gone. Night holds its calm shape around you. The darkness feels steady and familiar. You are part of it now, blended into its quiet. The hammock remains your small, gentle cocoon. Its fabric, its ropes, its slow, steady presence, all of it working together to keep you held, to keep you soft. Every breath carries you deeper into ease. Every exhale loosens one more thread of the day. What remains is only comfort, only rest. The sound of the waves grows softer still, almost like a memory of sound, a distant echo of the sea's slow breathing, calm, soothing, and far away. Your awareness drifts where it wants to drift. No path to follow, no destination to reach. Just soft, quiet wandering within the night. In this moment, everything in you is allowed to rest. Body, mind, heart, all of it gently unwinding. The stars continue their silent watch. The sea continues its quiet rhythm. The hammock continues its tender hold. Night continues to keep you safe. You are free to stay here, drifting, floating, resting in the gentle dark. Nothing will disturb this calm. Nothing needs to change. You are already where you need to be, wrapped in quiet, wrapped in night. Breath by breath, the world grows softer. Breath by breath, you sink deeper into peace. The shore, the sea, the sky, the hammock, all fade into one warm, endless quiet. Here, you can simply be safe, still, at rest. And as the night holds you, you drift deeper and deeper into its gentle silence.